Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Sports Fanatic News. I'm Joe Boric, and this is going to be a look ahead to the pivotal Phillies and Braves series, the most pivotal of the season. So far, we're going in at 5.5 down. I think as we look into this, the pitching matchups favor us in 2 of the 3 games. I think it favors us tonight because Keuchel's only pitching in his 3rd game. He's 1-1 with a 5.06. Nola was 6-2 with a 5.22. Still trying to get back to how he was last year, but he's definitely trending that way, looking very much like the old Aaron Nola in a lot of the parts of his last couple starts. So we look for him to have a 3rd straight really good start. And I think that he's going to keep showing progression, and it's just kind of one of those things. Sometimes after your first great season, a really breakout season, you have that effect where you kind of dwindle and don't do as well to start off the next season. We saw it with Cole Hamels, but that kind of lingered and hurt us in '09. So hopefully Nola is seeing where he's trending these couple games, keeps trending upward, and he gets back to right where we know Aaron Nola can be. And then I look for Real Muto to keep getting back going, our lone all-star. Congratulations to him, because he was in a little bit of a hitting slump, as they talked about in the last series. But then he started putting the ball in play, started hitting it better, and he got a couple hits to round out that series. So I think he's going to get going again and carry his momentum into the All-Star break. I really like seeing what we saw from Harper hitting the ball the other way. Sometimes I think he overswings and swings too hard, but he saw if he just goes nice, compact, and swings at it, that works, and he took the ball the other way, which is something Bryce got to be able to do with the shifts and everything. So I really like saw from him, and I think he's going to keep progressing. He always gets going in the hotter months, and in the second half of the season, he's always been that type of player. So I think we're going to see him really start to take off very soon. And Rhys Hoskins, of course, has been very solid all season and continues to be a good player for us. So those guys are the guys that obviously have to rely on, as well as Kingery, who's been a very good player for us all year. Well, you can put pretty much anywhere, pretty much the young version of Ben Zobrist, and he's a very good fit for our team as well. Now, in pitching matchups, like I said, I think tonight's favors us because Nola's been getting going. I think tomorrow favors us as well because Pavetta's looked good since he's been called back up. He lost the one game, but that was kind of because of the pen. He didn't look as good in his final inning, but then the pen came in and just did what our pen's kind of been doing at times this year, blowing some games for us. So I think getting Hunter back, I think Morgan, who's looked a little bit like a shell of himself, has come back from injury. If we can get him going back to where he was, that would be very good for a pen. And then we need to get Alvarez to keep kind of trending right and doing well as a lefty out of our pen. And then if Nicasio can finally start getting going and not be inconsistent, that would be great as well, because he's another veteran. We just need more stability out in that pen, and that's just been what's hurting us a lot this season. We probably would have at least 6 more wins if we didn't have some of the issues in our bullpen with injuries and such, and just some days where certain guys just struggled and there's nothing you can do about that. So I think tomorrow favors us with Bryce Wilson versus Pavetta. I look for Pavetta to continue his success. Then the last games, the one that's Eflin versus Soroka. Eflin's not been as sharp as past couple starts, but still been solid in the last one. So I look for him to get back to where he was. I think that's a great pitching matchup, but I wouldn't say that one benefits us. I would say that's about even, because I just think Eflin had a little rough patch and is going to go right back to being the aggressive Zach Eflin that gets the good out and gets hits the strike zone, hits the edge of the strike zone and such that we like to see. So I think this series favors us to win 2 of 3 games based off of the matchup, but the Phillies got to take advantage. We've been hitting the young guys better this year. Got to take advantage definitely off of Wilson tomorrow. And today you got to take advantage off of Keuchel because he's been leaving pitches up in his first start, trying to get back into the groove of starting after being out of the league for a bit and not getting signed until recently. So I think the Phillies have an advantage coming into this series. I think we just need to keep swinging. We just need to stay confident. And we need to take 2 out of 3 in the series. Let's go fighting Phils. Have a great night, everybody. Stay safe. Peace out.